Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to your July predictions. This is your tarot reading, and if you want to know what the astrology is for this month, then I've made a video and I will link that in the comments and the description box so you can find out what the astrology weather is and how we can deal with it most productively. Also make sure to check your Sun, Moon and Rising signs because I will be using different decks for each zodiac, so there might be some more messages in the other card decks as well. It just adds a bit more personalization to choose different decks, I feel, for each zodiac. So the first card we got was the Magician. This was the first card that came out, and it's card number 1 as well, which means taking matter into your own hands, up-leveling your skills, using your skills and resources in order to make the most out of your opportunities and to get the best possible outcome at any given point. Okay, then we have 7 of Cups, which is making choices or having many different choices, which can lead to some confusion. But the Magician and the Sun card makes me think that you will be choosing something that makes you happy and you know that it will make you happy for the longer run as well. This can be something of a creative role or stepping into your own creator role. Certain manifestations you've wanted that might be coming true, or you will see different signs and synchronicities along the path that help you make different choices in order to move more in flow with what you desire and also your higher purpose and calling. We have 2 of Swords. This can point to the decision-making point. We will clarify these things a bit more with the other deck. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. And we have Death and Rebirth. So something is ending. This Scorpio energy, by the way. This is Mercury. Okay, can we have some more cards for Capricorn? July, please. So there might be some confusion about which path do you want to be taking moving forward, or what the future is bringing, because with Death and Rebirth you don't see the exact details of what the future would be now, but you know that a certain chapter has ended. But moving forward there is so much more personal authority. You're taking matters into your own hands, reaching a prominent position, or you're putting yourself in a prominent position. You might be getting some benefactors along this journey as well. This is 9 of Wands, I think. Okay, let me get some more cards. We have the Well. We also have 7 of Swords. Sorry, 7 of Pentacles. I'm feeling this one. We have the Knight of Wands. Is it Wands? Wait, hang on. This one's really new, so Autumn would be then Swords. Okay, so that's the 9 of Swords and Knight of Swords. All right. Yeah, that would be Wands. 6 of Wands. This one. 8 of Wands. All right, so things rapidly changing this month. First of all, there is a desire for excitement and movement, more success. The 9 of Swords, the Well, and the 9 of Swords and the Well actually talks about we dig ourselves into overthinking, and that I feel is resonating with the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. You're agonizing over some type of decision making. You're afraid of making the wrong choice, but that only means that there is something that you really, really want. And the answer over here is to listen to your intuition. Do you see where the passion calls you? Where do you want to put your effort? What makes you feel happier? There might be one way which is more responsible or obligatory, and this is something that just simply has to be done. Meanwhile, this is something that I want to do. So whatever the want to do is, choose that, because the Magician is, you can make magic happen out of those things, even if it does not seem realistic at the moment. That you're all about being realistic and not impulsive. But here with the 6 and the 8 of Wands, this talks about rapid change. The Knight of Swords also talks about rapid change. But at the same time, you're doing it in a grounded manner. Seven of Pentacles is you're not rushing through it, and you will not make any decisions where you do not feel convinced, okay? That is one of the wonderful things about you. You want to make sure that what you are doing makes sense to you. But as a reader, I have to say that your mind is your biggest asset and also your biggest problem in this month. You can use it to make your desires a reality and, continue to spin it upwards and make it shine in whatever measure, in whatever way that you feel called to. But at the same time, you can use that same mind to overthink things and agonize over small details. The Seven of Cups is having a hard time deciding because it doesn't know what it will find underneath the cups, and it has a good enough feeling about many of the choices. The problem with the Seven of Cups is that many of these choices are usually temporary. So let's say you have 3 different job offers and the offer is waiting for you to respond. But if you take too long, then it will go to someone else, right? So the choices that come up to you might have an expiry date in this month, whether it is coming from an external perspective or from your own mind of what you want to be making for yourself in your life moving forward. So the answer here is to listen to your intuition, because you won't know all of the details of what's exactly underneath each cup and what exactly will go on if you choose path A or path B or path C, right? We don't know. It is solely based on what we need at this moment and what we really want in the heart of hearts at this time. And to act quickly once we know. Once you know, okay? So when you know, please don't overthink that. Until you are still uncertain, go ahead, use your, pros and cons list, use your reasoning methods. But once you know, don't try to overanalyze it, because that will only spin you into that same routine. The well is getting stuck in one portal, in one space, and not being able to come out. So you need a helping hand then. But instead, being aware of what we're getting into and what the purpose is, going into the well for a moment to be in isolation, to think it through, mull it over, and then coming out again, knowing that, it's time to leave the well now and to act on the desires. Get out of there and start moving. Be deliberate in your decision making, but once you decide, move forward. Okay, I hope that is very clear. Okay, the Knight of Cups is talking about, again, following your heart and listening to your emotions and intuition at this time. The Two of Swords is trying to make decisions based on logic, and logically both choices look really good, and each has its benefits and each you can, gain from. But only one feels right, okay? All right, let's... Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what's happening in July? You can be connecting more with your childhood self, dealing with difficulties from the past, some things that have left you limited. You're making different choices now, you're finding different routes to explore in order to unleash yourself more. Okay, attending more to your inner child. You're successful in something with the Sun and the Six of Wands, so I would not be surprised if, again, there is a prominent role in your work. There's also being seen. Regardless of what you're doing, your skills are showing. Whatever you do, your work, it is really showing. Your presence is dominant. Death and rebirth as well can be a very magnetic and dominant presence. Some people might be intimidated by that, but at the same time, it's excellent for leadership positions. It also talks about big transformations taking place in July. All right, we have the Moon, emotions, instinct, unconsciousness, and mother figure, and it also rules the intuition. And we have Pisces, which again rules intuition and the spirit world. It also talks about creativity, going with the flow, And we have South Node, past life, comfort, resource, instinct, and familiar. South Node also corresponds with the type of conditioning we receive in the very early stages of childhood, which basically shapes our tendencies, and throughout life we need to reorient ourselves to the North Node. The things we encounter during the past life or the past of this current lifetime, they are here to show what the natural tendencies of the soul are, and to shake us out of the comfort zone and to move into the North Node so that we expand our skill sets. That feels to me what is going on here in July. This could have begun during the eclipses. We had Scorpio and Taurus eclipses already, lunar and solar. So if you don't know what the impact is for you, I've made videos on that for your zodiac as well. So make sure to check that out if you are interested. But in July here, it looks like you're shifting things, again, releasing the old things that are not working for you. And moving forward, it might be more uncomfortable, perhaps also why you're avoiding a decision or delaying solidifying on it right away, because either way, not doing it might be scary, but doing it also might be scary, right? Either way, there might be an element of taking a chance, because the Knight of Swords and the speediness here is taking a chance. The Magician as well feels like taking a gamble, a calculated risk though. So you don't have to be worried about it being reckless. I don't think any of this is being reckless. Rather, it's something that is in due time. So yeah, there is a release of something, but you know which way to go next. There are resources and the correct contacts that come your way. The Magician can also talk about many communications going back and forth, communications of change and also success. So this can be a new position or a new place that you're moving to as well. You know that you need to move in this direction, but at the same time, it might be difficult to leave behind your previous home or your city or something of that nature. Again, listen to what really is feeling right to you. What is your instinct and your intuition saying? Yes. Oh, the spiral. Yeah, exactly. This is very much like the well here, right? So you can spiral up or you can spiral downward in your mind, based on every present, right? You can think about the future, you can think about the past. Very rarely are we in the middle, but when we are aware of both the past and the future, right? So this is representative of so many things here, but most closely I would say it's talking about this: if you use your mind for your betterment and to up level yourself, you can climb up the ladder so fast moving July. Feel like time is escalating in your world somehow, in a reality. With the death and rebirth as well, it looks like a portal opening, and you can zoom out and you can zoom very far, very fast. But if you choose to stay there, then there will be a degradation of sorts, perhaps in your own mind. The coulda, woulda, shoulda type of mindset. I could have done that. I should have gone there. Regret is really unhealthy for the mind, and we can continue spiraling in that place, and we don't need to do that. We always have that choice to spiral back up. So it's simply a reminder to embrace that. Okay, then we have entropy, which talks about disturbance or chaos, but through chaos comes creation and comes order as well. The Magician is someone who creates order out of chaos, and you as a Capricorn are as well very well versed in that. So any difficulties that come here, you will figure it out, because the Sun, Six of Wands, everything is just successful completion, up leveling. You're feeling very correct about the final decision you're gonna make. So I would say it is fine for you, whichever way you go. Everyone's not going to make the same choices, but I'm sure whatever choice you make is going to feel right to you at this point in time. Okay. Then we have quantum entanglement. So what is meant for you will be yours. It is already yours. You're already entangled with it. Your vibe, whatever it matches, is what you're going to attract and create a bond with. Okay. Like attracts like, that's what I was getting there. In terms of the life circumstances that you're building in this month. Pisces also refers to transcendence. So if you're like this can be a month where you're taking yourself out, or there will be opportunities presented to you if that's the limitation, and that will open up for you such that you can get yourself out of limitations and transcend your difficulties, that you can transcend the disturbances and find a lot more order in your mind and in your expression moving forward. Okay, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Pisces, July, please. Okay, we'll take these. So we have full moon complete. The emotional body is being very highlighted for you this month. And we have dream, which is Pisces as well. Paying attention to dreams, listening to signs and synchronicities that show up in those dreams and in everyday life can be very useful here. So any notable animals you see, or number patterns, or something of that nature, anything else that is symbolic of you, symbolic for you, can show up in these dreams. It also talks about aligning yourself to the desires that you have, and to dream big and dream bigger, because what you desire in your heart of hearts, that's what you need to pursue moving forward. It will be brought very much to the surface such that you cannot deny. And many times during full moons, the difficulties also show up. Staying in denial is very difficult during these times. So the purpose of it is, of course, not to harass us in any way. It's mainly to alert us that this is what is going on in our subconscious mind, and if we are not attentive of it, then that's what is going to be created for us. It's simply how it is, right? There is no personal vendetta against anyone or anything here. It's energy, and energy can be shaped in whatever way we want. Entropy also gives me that vibe. Magician plays with that energy. It's just a vault of energy. What you make of it is going to create the consequences of your own actions as well. So it looks like you are moving from this difficult phase in your mind and freeing yourself up. It can be a personal realization that gets you there. Some clarity comes your way. Some necessary information reveals itself to you that you can take it on board and move forward in a lighter manner, because the wands and the swords, they are airy and fiery. They're very subtle relative to water and earth, right? So there is fast and looser movement coming up. Lucid dreams, look out for that. Okay, the full moon might be especially important for you as well. Again, I discussed the lunar calendar as well in the astrology video, so make sure to check that out. Yeah, fire, wealth, material needs, goals, and promotions. Yeah, so there's nothing to be concerned about at all. It's just, I feel for many of you, there's going to be more of an internal journey that this is going on. And the external thing is more movement and seeing the results outward and such. But you understand the triggers that are going in your mind and in your heart, and how you're dealing with it as well. Regardless, there is a lot of blessings coming in. Okay, let's see your astro dice now. Okay, we have Virgo, first house, and Venus. Self-love is overall increasing. There is a lot of healing of the self. You might be switching the way that you present yourself in some way in order to resonate with who you're becoming now. The sixth house is ruled by Virgo. You might have some important placements in Virgo, but it talks about blessings coming from work. Your health is as well good, mental, emotional, and physical. So definite healing going on. You can be very useful and of service to people who are around you. So whatever work you do, you can do it really well. Okay. So we have a leaf here, which is symbolic of abundance. We can see a tiger, which is strength, courage, boldness, fierceness as well. So that's your approach to this month. A lot of perseverance. Then we have Five of Wands. We have the Tower. So major changes here. Three of Cups. Excellent. We have a G. We have M or a W, depending how you want to see it. And also R. We have also the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands again. So shaking up from the lack of inspiration and moving into something much more exciting. Also leaving behind conflicts, discord, and difficulties, and creating these changes. This can be a sudden decision, you know. It can be like, no, you know what, I can't do this anymore, and I have been thinking about this for a while, I've been mulling it over for so long, but I know that I need to make this necessary change happen. So you might decide it very unexpectedly, or there are opportunities that are presented in an unexpected way, and it can, you know, catch you off guard, but you know that this is a reason for celebration. Three of Cups is being surrounded by your close family members or friends. Whoever you celebrate your victories with, they are with you, and you're being very supported and guided along this journey. Five of Wands can also refer to the internal conflict you feel over here about where do you put your energy, what do you give your focus and attention to. And there can be a simultaneous like, wow, this is amazing, we should, you know, cheers to that. But Four of Cups, at the same time, there is a Four of Cups situation going on where it's like you're not inspired by a thing, or you're just sitting with it for a bit. It's like, yeah, I know it's stable, but you know, I wish it was a lot more exciting or something. So you make the more exciting choice. It can feel impulsive compared to how your general approach to life is, but it is something that you simply must do. Either way, this whole month you're abundant and there is no lack of resources here. We got the material needs, wealth, and all of that. So resources are fully there, all that you require. It's just a matter of where do you want to channel this. That's what you're looking at this month. So that's what I have for you, Capricorns. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this reading helps you out, and let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comments below, and I will hope to see you in some of my other videos. Until next time, take care. Bye.